What do you think the community and city in general, how do you think they view developers? And it depends, I think, on who you ask, but obviously generalizing it as if you go out there and ask a bunch of people, what do you think their view on developers are and the city?
Yeah, so, I mean, if you look at movies in the media, right?
Yes.
So one of my favorite movies is a Pixar show, and it's with the guy, the house that floats up in the air.
Okay.
What's that called? He's with the balloons. Up. Yes.
Oh, thank you, Bailey.
It's Up.
Okay.
So the beginning of that, the show is about these mean developers are coming to take over this old man's house, and it's in the middle of the city, and he's lived there his whole life, but he doesn't want to leave, right?
Right.
So developers are portrayed in the media as generally kind of uncaring, greedy, cutthroat.
Got it.
And so I think the community in general, when we say, hey, we want to redevelop this site, they think, oh, great. This guy doesn't care anything about us.
Yeah.
We've lived here our whole lives. We've raised our kids here. This guy's just swooping in from California or some other place, buying this property. He's going to build something here that doesn't fit, but and he's going to charge major rents and put our local businesses out of the area and get national tenants in here. And so they just don't see that their interests align. And then I think at the city, oftentimes, especially in the planning departments, and in the planning departments, these guys are working hard. They're understaffed and overworked.
Sure.
And then they're trying to keep developers who are trying to look for any way to further their project.
Right.
They don't want to be confined by the city's guidelines. Just say, okay, I don't want to be 35 feet high. I actually want to be 40 feet high. I don't want to have to build a wall a certain way. I don't want to have this setback. And so I think they feel a lot like a parent or a babysitter who's like, hey, you can't do that.
Yeah.
No, you can't do that. Like
downtown,
the historic district, and I just saw they have a rule down there that if a brick building is not painted, you can't paint it.
Oh, wow.
So I've seen recently one historic building that was painted, and about a month later, they were sandblasting off all the paint.
Oh my gosh.
And so it's an example of somebody saying, don't ask, don't tell. I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna paint this building, and if they catch me, I guess I'll then take it off.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of the attitude of the planning commission, or not the planning commission, but the planning departments, is that there's an adversarial relationship. Like, this guy's trying to take advantage of me or trick me in some way with the developer. Which is why, in the end, it really needs to be that partnership. We really need to work together as a community and a planning department and as developers. Because developers are really just entrepreneurs. They're looking at something, they're creating something where something didn't exist before.
Yeah.
Trying to create value. And that value should make the community better and the city better, and also return a fair return to the developer as well.
Gotcha.
For the risk and
right.
And activity.
Yeah, because developers obviously don't want to do it for free. There's a cost to buy the land.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then there's a cost to do the development, and so if you break even, it's not worth doing.
Right.
It's got to be.
Right, and then at that point, where are we getting our housing from?
Yeah.
Where are we going to get shops from? And we love our little walkable communities. Where are those going to happen?
Right.
It's not. So we have to have the ability to make a return and make it profitable for the developers as well.
Right. Have you ever, that's an interesting story with the sandblasting of the paint. Have you ever heard, and I never have, of anyone, I don't know, maybe not a full-blown development, but maybe like building a house without getting permit? They're like, you know what, I'm just going to build this house. Have you ever heard of anything like that?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen houses that are half built.
Wow.
That they just started doing it and they didn't do the setbacks right.
Right.
They didn't have the height right. In fact, there was one in my, just kind of an East Sugar house.
Yeah.
That they started building, they framed it up, and then it was blocked. They couldn't do any more. The city came in and stopped them.
Oh my gosh.
And it sat there for about 2 years.
Whoa.
And just fell apart.
No way.
And I think that the people are thinking, well, the city and the city would rather have a house here, even if it doesn't conform exactly to the requirements, than an empty lot, dilapidated house. But they don't. We have to abide by the rules. And And so yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that in other places as well, where people have tried to slide something by and
Amazing.
gotten caught. Yeah,
Amazing.
crazy.
Wow, that is crazy.